A Central San Joaquin Valley native is sharing his personal story of drug addiction and recovery in his new autobiography. Author Carlos Viera joins us now to tell us more about knocking down doors and how he's turned his life around to give back to the community. Good morning, Carlos, and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, we want to know all about your story. Tell us first about your inspiration and purpose for writing your book. I have my copy right here, Knocking Down Doors.
I spent 13 years abusing drugs. I was an addict, and I did a lot of destruction in my life. I've been clean now for over 14 years, and it was the right time to write this book with hopes that it's going to motivate and inspire others that can come whatever adversity they're going through, to never stop believing believing in. I just thought better now than later. So hopefully, making a difference in people's lives. Um, my path has been to start my foundation, the brand 5150, my career or my hobby of racing cars. So my past, horrible things that I went through and caused a lot of pain and a lot of life that were important to me. I believe that it was something, I believe it is now something positive that I'm doing with my life.
Now, the title, Knocking Down Doors, what do you mean by that title?
There's a chapter in my book called The Night. I want to leave a little bit of suspense to why I call the book the name it is. If someone wants to pick up my book and read it, it's called the chapter's called The Night, and it explains all that.
Okay. And then we saw some pictures earlier of racing, and talk about how racing has impacted your story and how that's played a role in your life.
Yeah, so there's some part of my to change, right? So I tried for years, like I said, 13 years. I was in and out of arrested multiple times, lost a lot of marriages, and I was doing everything that everyone else do to stop drugs and to live my life without drugs. Counselors, family, friends, but I needed to do something that I believe was for myself, something that different than I've done in the past. And I just wanted to live I decided to live my dream when I was, and I introduced racing into my life. And for different reasons, racing was a big, getting clean, staying clean, and then also, the reason why I launched my foundation and the brand 5150.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about your foundation and the lifestyle brand 5150 that you created.
Yeah, so the foundation started with my race team. I utilized my race team, put fundraisers and do fundraisers and, raise money for a cause. One of my employees had a boy with autism, and I decided to go ahead and donate that first, money's raised for autism. We just saw how much of a difference it made in a lot of the families throughout our community. A campaign called Race for Autism, and since then we launched 2 other campaigns: Race to be drug free. So my foundation has 3 campaigns that we help families throughout. And the brand 5150 is, it started with my race team as well. It's a brand about never giving up and believing in yourself. It means a lot of different things, but to me the main thing is to never believe who I am, where I came from, believe that I can overcome anything like drugs control my life, and it's been helpful for me since then.
Carlos, you have quite the story, and I know that you're revealing a lot about yourself in your book and being very transparent. You also do a podcast, and I really want to thank you for coming on the show and sharing that with us. You're a local guy, Central San Joaquin Valley. Appreciate you coming on the show. I'm going to let everybody know that if you want more on Carlos's book and his story, you can visit kddmediacompany.com. And we know the audio on there wasn't the best, but pick up his book. He has a lot to share.